Out of all the lessons Mr. Schoaf shared, one really caught my attention, and I quickly started making big changes. My earnings went from a couple of $100s a month to several $1,000s a month within just a few months. This transformation in my income was a direct result of implementing the insights I gained from Mr. Schoaf's teachings on goal setting. Mr. Schoaf shared with me, Mr. Rohn, you've always had goals, but in the past, you might have set them without a clear plan. Some aspects of personal development took me a bit longer to start, but when it came to goal setting, I grasped the concept right away and began working on it diligently. And sure enough, when you set goals, create designs and plans, the possibilities for improving your personal life, social and economic aspects, and any projects you have in mind are endless. It's like unlocking a treasure trove of potential. We've already set goals, but the key is to do it more thoughtfully and carefully with a well-thought-out plan, intention, deliberation, and consistency. In the past, we just sort of did it by instinct or by sight or whatever caught our attention. However, he then told me, I want you to take that same ability. And now I want you to work on goals deliberately, thoughtfully, with preparation. He said that by doing this deliberately, I could expand the scope of what I achieve, what I accomplish, and even who I become. The idea was to move away from doing things sporadically or randomly, and instead approach them with a clear purpose. This resonated with me, and he acknowledged and appreciated the effort I had already put into setting goals. Now let's begin by acknowledging and appreciating where we currently stand. We arrived at this point somehow. It was a goal to get here. We've set goals, taken various actions, but maybe it is done somewhat loosely, occasionally facing ups and downs. However, moving forward with just a few pointers that I found helpful, I believe you can begin crafting intentional plans, mapping things out in a way that makes your goals and dreams irresistibly attractive to you. Goals can become like a magnet drawing you towards the future. The key is to feel the pull of what lies ahead. Some things naturally pull you because you're aware of the potential and possibilities intellectually. Discoveries, economic changes, living in a unique country, market opportunities. I mean, you can get excited about that simply intellectually. Now, to truly propel your life forward in a positive way, now you've got to design the future for your personal life in order for it to pull. It's like creating a blueprint for where you want to go. If you design it thoughtfully, your future will naturally pull you towards it. Goals act like a magnet in this process. The better you define them, the stronger they pull. It's like giving your dreams a powerful force that draws you closer to achieving them. Moving on, give a reason for your goals. Here's a little saying for you. Purpose is stronger than object. Simply having a goal is like having a magnet. A well-defined goal becomes an even stronger force, pulling you towards it. When you attach a clear purpose to a precisely defined goal, the pull becomes incredibly strong beyond what you might imagine. And that's the process of being enticed to wake up early. Stay up late and keep going throughout the day. It's like being tempted to read books, discover solutions, and create a game plan. No detail is considered too small in this process. Imagine feeling thrilled to tackle each day because you've carefully planned it out and assigned it a meaningful purpose. Consider having a goal, like getting a home worth $500,000. That goal has a pull to it. But now ask yourself, why do you want it? What's the purpose behind wanting a $500,000 home? You might say, well, for the feelings of my family, how they're going to feel, the prestige I'll be able to entertain. This is where we delve into the aspects that truly pull. It's the purpose behind the goal that creates a strong attraction. Now think about the purpose, extending beyond just specific goals. It can also be about your overall life and how you live and your lifestyle. Consider the purpose of becoming a distinctive person. What impact do you want to make? What influence do you aim to have on others? Reflect on the returns you desire, like appreciation and recognition for the person you've become and the life you share with others. It's about envisioning a purpose that shapes not only your goals, but your entire way of living. See, once you start dreaming about what you can become, the impact you can create, the happiness it will bring, and the rewards that will follow, you naturally start crafting a remarkable purpose for your life. And don't forget to include your family and friends in this plan, because often what we do for others has a more significant pull than what we desire for ourselves. It's about envisioning a purpose that not only fulfills your aspirations, but also contributes positively to the lives of those around you. Picture this. If you can envision yourself being exceptionally kind, offering things to people that they never thought possible, assisting them in achieving things beyond their wildest dreams, imagine how that would make you feel. Think about the kind of person you would become, the joy it would bring you. Take a moment to reflect on it, discuss it, and actively plan and design how you can bring such positive impact into your life and the lives of others. It's about embracing the potential for benevolence and considering the profound effect it could have on both you and those you help. Now, there's two ways to face the future. One way is with apprehension, feeling scared or uncertain about what lies ahead. I used to play a game where I'd think about all the what-ifs on the negative side. What if money becomes a problem? What if the government doesn't do well? What if there's a war? It's easy to fall into this negative thinking, especially if you don't guide your mind and awareness positively. Without proper discipline, it's quite simple to feel worried about tomorrow, next week, next month, or even the years to come. Here's another way to face the future, with anticipation. You can set things up so that you look forward to the future instead of being afraid of it. It can make a big difference in your life. Consider how close the future really is. It's just the next minute. That's the future. Sure, the past is fading away fast, and the future is approaching rapidly. So naturally, our focus shifts to the future, right? We're immediately thinking about the upcoming hours, the days to come, and the years ahead. That's the future. The most effective way to look forward to the future is by ensuring a significant part of it is carefully planned out for your life. Let me break it down for you with a simple diagram. In our lives, we're primarily dealing with four key aspects. Picture these four little boxes. The first one is named potential. The next is action, followed by results. And the last one is called attitude. These elements play a crucial role in shaping our experiences and outcomes. Now, since everything affects everything else, our actions are mostly influenced by how we feel. Think about it. You can choose to be happy or sad, and that's your attitude. Your response to a situation is mainly determined by your attitude. For instance, you can choose to care or not care. Listen or not listen. Go or not go. Be present or not be present. Decide or not decide. These are all influenced by your attitude. So it's safe to say that attitude plays a key role in determining how we approach various aspects of our lives. Your attitude is like the captain of your potential ship. It decides how much of your potential you actually use. Now, here's an interesting thought. Can you guess how much capacity we as humans have? No telling. I mean, it's not so clear because we're just starting to figure out the vast mental and emotional abilities we possess. Our lives, however, are quite short compared to the immense capacity we might hold, and there's still much to uncover about the mysteries within us. There's an old saying that goes, "We get too soon old and too late smart." It's not because we can't be wiser earlier. It's just that life is short and we might not get the chance to fully explore our mental, emotional, and awareness abilities. The brevity of life poses a mystery, one that encourages us to reflect and ponder. It's like there's so much more to discover about ourselves, and that's part of the fascinating enigma of life. How much potential we unlock often relies on our feelings. If we don't unlock much potential, it's likely we'll end up with a not-so-great action plan. Consider this. If you're not feeling your best, how likely are you to take on new challenges? How many classes will you enroll in? How many skills will you learn? It's clear that when we're not feeling great, we might not be as motivated to explore new opportunities. With a less effective plan, you might find yourself arriving later and leaving earlier. You start thinking about ways to do less instead of more. The outcome? You end up with poor results and the negative impact begins to show. It's like inflation. Inflation finally starts eating you up here. Now you really feel bad. When you don't utilize many of your skills, it hinders your ability to create a comprehensive plan. This in turn leads to subpar results, setting off a downward cycle. In life, almost everything is either cycling up or cycling down. Nothing really stays stagnant. Think of life like riding a bicycle. Either you keep pedaling forward or you stop. You can't just linger in one place. It's a constant choice between moving upward, growing, or sliding downward, facing decline. How we feel often determines whether we're on an upward or downward trajectory in the cycle of events that unfold in our lives. Now, if we're going down, it's important to intervene and turn things around. The question arises, where do you step in to alter the course of events in your life? The key player here is your attitude. All our actions are driven by how we feel. So to change the entire process, you start by adjusting your attitude. It's crucial to keep in mind that everything has 4 parts. These elements are present in everything: cause, effect, direction, destination. Cause and effect, along with direction and destination, form these 4 fundamental parts. Here's a significant question. We all should ponder on the part plan from the past year. Where will it ultimately take you in the next 10, 20 years? Because one of the major questions to ask is, 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. The question is where? Where are you going with your current habits? Where are you headed with your current reading schedule? Where is your current mindset taking you philosophically? And what about your attitude regarding the potential you're tapping from your skills and the action plan you're following? It's essential to reflect on these aspects to ensure you're headed in the direction you truly want. Where will you finally wind up? These are major questions that we all must consider. The key is to ensure that our current actions are aligning with the direction we desire. It's crucial that our efforts lead us to the destination we truly want to reach. Otherwise, sure enough, 10 years from now, you could wind up being where you don't want to be, driving what you don't want to drive, wearing what you don't want to wear, and living where you don't want to live. Now it's time to fix the next 10 years. Now is the right time to arrive at more refined philosophical understandings. All of us are influenced by our emotions, the potential we harness, and the steps we take. The outcomes we experience are a direct consequence of the actions we choose to engage in. So, taking thoughtful actions now is pivotal in steering the course for the future. When we have a poor plan, utilizing minimal potential, what outcomes should we expect? And when the results turn out unfavorably, how does it impact our feelings? Since everything affects everything else, yeah, lousy. That's a good word, lousy. It's crucial to consider reaping the benefits, not just for the tangible gains the harvest may bring, but also for the person you evolve into during the process. This involves developing patience, intelligence, discipline, organizational skills, engaging others, and providing opportunities. To achieve a bountiful harvest in the fall, you've got to be quite an enterprising person. It's important to note that the real value lies not just in the harvest itself, but in the skills, personality, and discipline cultivated along the way. These aspects, which you acquire and develop throughout the process, become the primary source of value in your journey, and now becomes the primary value. Once you grasp the true essence of amassing wealth, then you don't worry anymore about your money. Who's going to steal it or where it might end up after you're gone becomes less significant, because you've already derived the most significant value from your wealth. It's not just about the monetary assets themselves. The true wealth lies in the lessons learned, the personal growth achieved, and the positive impact you can make on others during your journey. If you accumulate wealth by focusing on becoming the best version of yourself during the journey, you'll find unparalleled happiness and fulfillment. Embracing this philosophy and applying it to all your future endeavors will bring about a level of joy and uniqueness that may seem beyond belief. It's not just about the financial success. It's about the personal growth and satisfaction derived from the process of pursuing your goals. Getting out of bed in the morning becomes much easier when your focus shifts towards the greater value of the person you're becoming in the pursuit of your aspirations. The excitement comes from the growth you experience, making each day more thrilling and engaging. We all realize that genuine value lies not just in material possessions, but in the continuous process of self-improvement, which adds an element of excitement and interest to our lives. So if we pursue things, sure enough, we're going to wind up disappointed. However, if we allow these aspirations to inspire us to become better persons, the true value emerges. Striving to become a millionaire is a worthwhile goal, but surprisingly, the $1 million itself is not the primary objective. Its significance falls further down the list, with personal growth and improvement taking precedence in the pursuit of true value. The real value is the person you became to acquire the money or the net worth. See, after achieving millionaire status, even if you were to part with the money, the loss wouldn't be significant. This is because you retained the qualities and character you developed in the process. But see, once you become the person it takes to acquire the goal, now the goal is not the most important value. The most important value is what you became to get it. When you truly grasp this concept from a philosophical standpoint and place things in their rightful context, losing possessions doesn't bother you much. You still possess the mental worth, awareness, distinctiveness, and skills acquired during the journey to acquire those belongings. The greater value lies in the person you become to acquire it. That's why it's true. The love of money is evil. The rationale behind this is that if your affection is directed solely towards the money itself, rather than the genuine value of the person you've grown into during the pursuit, then see, when it's gone, you've lost everything. Understanding where the genuine values lie, you utilize goals not merely for achieving them, but as a motivation to evolve into a better version of yourself. This approach allows you to focus on the authentic endeavor of life. It's not just about reaching the destination. It's about the transformative journey along the way. Now, most of the answers for your life, you're not going to find this weekend. Instead, it's a journey rooted in your own experience. The key is to kickstart this process, begin reading, start asking questions, and put your thoughts on paper. It's through these actions that the answers are going to flow. One of my wealthy friends said, "Mr. Rohn, I will not insult you by telling you what to think. Instead, I aim to assist you in understanding how to think. This is because the solutions you seek will emerge from your personal encounters and the intellectual capabilities within your own mind. Yet if we can establish certain principles to guide us in uncovering the solutions for the future, it transforms into a profoundly beneficial weekend. While we may have gained insights here, the majority of answers for your life and its trajectory will emerge from your unique experiences. Personal awareness and your own thinking power. With your improved skills in reading, thinking, life design, goal setting, time management, and appreciation for lifestyle value, uniqueness, intelligence, awareness, and intellect empower you significantly. Starting this Monday, you have a remarkable opportunity to enhance your life swiftly through this comprehensive process. The major value of reaching a goal is not to have the goal, but the person you have become, to acquire. We humans have a unique ability, unlike any other life form on Earth, to change the direction of our lives. You're not stuck following a predetermined path, like a blind animal driven solely by instincts encoded in your genes. You have the power to change your course, especially if flying south isn't bringing you the money, joy, and pleasure you desire. So if we want to change our life, all we need to do is use this amazing tool to gather more ideas and information and check if it will benefit us. Wondering where to find this tool? Well, here's the scoop. First off, it comes from personal experience. Personal experience means noting down the questions and answers based on your own experiences. Yes, learning is the foundation of prosperity and well-being. The journey can kick off by paying closer attention to your own personal experiences. That's where it all begins. One way to learn how to do something correctly is by initially doing it incorrectly. Yes, that's one method of learning. But here's the catch. Don't let it go on for too long. If you've been doing it wrong for a whole decade, that's too long. We're not suggesting spending another 10 years just to make a point. You can figure out if you're on the right path or not within a decade. In that time, you'll see if your health habits and financial situation are heading in the right direction or veering off course. It doesn't take ages to figure out whether you're on the right track based on your own experiences. In a few years, you've either got the breath or you haven't got the breath. Having the money or not, and having the self-esteem or not. It's a pretty straightforward observation from your own life. So here's the takeaway. Start making an effort to learn more from your own experiences. You've been through a lot, and those experiences can be your best teacher. That's probably the best university in the world, your own personal experience.